Hello, I am LaVon Holman, certified life coach, and one that thinks like the Creator. We have a 90-day challenge to communicate with the Creator, as Matthew 6:5-6 says. And this challenge is something that I hope that everybody would take very serious and watch it change their life. First order of business is that we do understand what it says in Matthew 6:5-6. But this is not meant to be any type of Bible study. It is not meant to be any type of churchy type of communication. It is actually something that is rooted in your birth, where you actually came from. It is something that needs to be understood like that and held within your heart like that. In Matthew 6, verse 5 and 6, verse 5 says, "And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, because they pray standing in the synagogues." Back then, the synagogues were the churches. "And on the street corners, to be seen by people." And it goes on to say, "And I say unto you, they have their reward." What does that mean? It means that they have their reward, that the people saw them. The people said it was eloquent. It moved them. It felt good. That's the only reward they're getting. And he called them hypocrites. Now, one of the biggest things, the funniest things that I was seeing, as all my time growing up in the church and in religion, was that Jesus, the gospel of Jesus Christ, always spoke against hypocrites, and the ones that he spoke of against him that were hypocrites were the ones that was in the synagogues, the churches, because they held the law like it was for everybody else except them. They did exactly the same things that everybody else outside the synagogues or the churches of that day did, but wanted to punish everybody for doing the same things. So that's what a hypocrite is. So when he said don't pray like them, there was a reason. It wasn't just to be said. So verse 6 goes on to say, "But when you pray, go into your secret closet and shut the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly." What does that mean? And what is a secret closet? Well, the real truth about the secret closet is that if we're speaking of the Creator giving us something that was supposed to be somewhere we go and pray in secret, remember, when human beings was created, there was no houses or closets or rooms or anything like that. Your true secret closet was created by the Creator, not man. So what is it? It is your mind. Get that. Stay with that. Stay woke with that. Because it is where you can communicate in secret. He will hear you in secret, and he will prove it to you. And I don't mean to say he like it, because there's people that say she. I welcome that. I don't have anything against that, because you are a she, you are a female, and you were created by the same Creator. So if that's how you see it, that's how you see it. It's okay. We're in agreement. So if it's father, it can be mother. It's how you see it. Just see it to be able to communicate in secret with your father or your mother, however you see it. Now, the secret closet that he says is shutting the door to it, is not allowing anybody else to know what's going on. Like the hypocrites did. They prayed out in the open. Remember now, they prayed openly. They prayed loving people to hear them, and they prayed in the synagogues, the churches of that day. What's the difference between that and praying in secret? Which reward you want? That's the difference. The reward that he speaks of and hearing you in secret and talking to you in secret, is he going to reward you openly to prove to you that he heard you and that you can hear him. And then your faith just goes crazy after that. This is something that you should take very serious. And during this challenge, this is my advice. As a life coach, I provoke people to think. And thinking like the Creator is the main purpose of where I'm at right now. Know the Creator as the one who created you. Believe that. Know him as her, him, her. Know the Creator as the one created you. Do me a favor and watch The Miracle of Birth. It's a YouTube video. We seen it in school, but this time don't watch it as sex education film. Watch it as how much detail he went into in creating you. Look at the trimesters and look what was being formed, and look at how everything was working to have you come here, and all the changes and the thoughts of how the heart would work, how the brain would work, how would the blood flow. Start seeing him as a creator, and it would amaze you. And it'll take you out of the regular religious way of thinking of the Creator as just a God or some ruler. Do that. You are important to be made, and you're here, and it's something that you're missing out on, and it's a beautiful conversation. It's thinking like the Creator. During this 90 days, stop depending on science and the words of science to cause you to miss out on being in awe of the Creator's creations. Look at water differently. Look at air. Look at gravity. Look at matter. Science takes credit for everything. They were set up by the Creator to see the miracles. Then they put words on it, and then now we bring them. We miss out on the experience because we know, okay, that's DNA. But DNA means it's significant in something that he put to create me, and that I can have individualized. It's just so much that we're missing out because of the words over the experience. Like, nobody had to tell me I loved my daughters when they came out of the womb. I experienced that. And that's what left me in awe of what love really is, instead of just the word itself. You're missing out on a lot of experiences with the Creator based on words. The experience is more powerful. I want y'all to get that. Please get that. And you know, that experience the Creator as someone you came from, and not something you had to join. I'm sure you get what I mean. I'm going to say that again. Experience the Creator as someone you came from, and not something you had to join. The Creator is your Father, and He's not your ruler. During these 90 days, communicate with the Creator within the most secret place. You already know where that's at. Your mind. It's not a room. It's nothing made by man. And remember always, the Creator never has and never will give you prerequisites that you have to do or perform to talk to Him. I have 2 daughters. They came from me. They came from the Creator through me and their mother. And they ain't never had to do anything but speak to me to be able to communicate with me. They didn't have to bow down. They didn't have to play no worship music. They didn't have to grab other people to to get together with to be able to talk to me. They didn't have to burn incense or light a candle or do any of these prerequisites to be able to talk. Play with crystals and anything. Am I against those things? No, but the religious act has caused you and me, and me no longer, but people are missing out on just that one-on-one secret closet conversation because of those religious thoughts. People that believe that the Bible was written by people who heard God speak to them, they're absolutely correct. The only problem is they act like they believe he stopped talking or could talk to them directly anymore. It's almost like they started believing that he only would talk to certain people with titles and labels and things like that. During this 90-day challenge, believe that the Creator is still talking to you, still wants to talk to you. And do not tell a soul about what y'all talk about, and watch what happens. That's the reason why it's secret. If you tell anybody, it's no longer secret. And watch your faith shoot up something crazy, man. I've experienced, and it's something that I just couldn't hold no more, hoping that everybody would take this challenge and experience it for themselves. And ask yourself, who would you want to find out where your life is to go, or what's right for your life to do and be? Would it be the one who created you or the one he created too? Things have got to make sense now. You should want that. During this 90-day challenge, stop worrying about feeling weird if you're talking to him. Because you never feel weird that you hear a prayer warrior or a pastor or somebody religious talking to him. You trust that they're talking to him. That birthright was given to you too. So stop feeling weird about that. And ask questions that concern every part of your life. I mean every part of your life. The things that scare you. The things that scare the hell out of you. Your failures. The things you need forgiven. The things you need to forgive. What's really good? What is evil? What is sin? What is your sex life for? What is sex? What is it for? What's your relationship? What's your finances to be like? How can you change them if they're not right? Your hopes, your goals, your happiness. Will you be successful? And how to do just that? Your children, your parenting, everything. Make a mental note that this is what he wants you to agree with, because he already know. And anything or people in agreement is power. That's the reason why you're talking to him. That's the reason for confession. Make a mental note that the word confess means to agree with. And you should see an opening to see that if you agree to what he already know about you, you got something special going on. Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, he already know. So it's nothing that you can tell him that would change the way he feels about you, how much love he has for you. And remember, this challenge has nothing to do with religion. I got to keep saying it. Nothing to do with church, especially, like I said earlier, they never existed from the beginning. They never existed from the beginning of time. It was only the Creator and us. And start believing, just like you believe when your child is asleep, your baby, that infant is sleeping and smiling. You say they're talking to God. You need to start believing in that and smiling when you're sleeping. Stop believing that the only time you know you're talking to him is during desperation moments. The Creator wants to talk to you in all moments, not just in desperation, the dire moments. He wants to talk to you every moment of your life. And that's what's seriously important. Take the challenge. Pray in secret. and see what you've been missing for quite some time now. Believe me when I say thinking like the Creator is true freedom. And it has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with you were born, created, made, fashioned after the Creator, and He wants you back.